So this week we had to discuss boundaries that we wanted to set um, in our own personal lives and why. And so when going through the course material for this week, I really tried to think about what boundaries would really benefit my life and my personal self-care right now and into the future, obviously, when I become a social worker, human service worker. One thing that stuck out to me in this week was in the article Healthcare and the Social Worker. They made the point to say that it's that our responsibility to ourselves as social workers is just as important as the responsibility that we have towards our clients, our colleagues, society, and so on. So again, really thinking about boundaries that I could set in my life that would really facilitate a good self-care plan to help now and into the future. My three boundaries that I was setting was no more phones on Sundays, saying no to my place of work more often, and dedicating more time to my schoolwork. The video from this week, she mentioned that self-care looks different to everybody, whether they're social workers, whether they're a regular person. Everybody's social or self-care is going to look a little bit different. So this is part of my self-care, things that I think would really help me to take better care of myself mentally, physically, emotionally. So no phones on Sundays is my number one. I have a family. My significant other and I have a 10-month-old son. And we do tend to make Sundays our family days. We go to church in the mornings, and then we will typically come home and just kind of spend the day at home doing whatever. But we can often, me and my significant other being we, can often get distracted by our phones, by the TV, by things like that. And even though we're spending time together and we're spending time with our son, sometimes it can be distracted time. And I really would like it to not have that distraction anymore. So I think that dedicating one day a week to just being present with each other, being present with our son completely, mentally, physically, all of that. So that would be like a personal and like emotional boundary, because I think personally we need to spend that time, and emotionally I think it would really help me emotionally to feel like I was investing one whole day to just being present with my family. My second one was saying no to work more often. This is another like personal boundary, but also like a work boundary, obviously, because it's dealing with my place of work. I work part-time at a bar restaurant, and I'm an assistant manager, and that does take on its own like set of responsibilities. Obviously, I have more responsibilities than other workers, and I'm fine with those responsibilities. It's the responsibilities that are kind of given to me that go past that, and picking up extra shifts for people when that kind of puts too much on my plate and makes my schedule run too much, and to where I am feeling burnt out from work. So I think learning to have those boundaries where I'm not being rude about it, obviously, but just learning that, you don't have to pick up every shift when somebody needs that time off. And then third is dedicating more time to my schoolwork. Because of my job, and because that number two and this one kind of go together, because I do tend to not say no to my work, sometimes that can negatively affect my schoolwork. And obviously this schoolwork is my future career. So I really want to do well in it. And sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions of doing my assignments, and I'm not really fully engaging myself into actually learning everything that I need to for my future career in human services and social work, whatever I choose to do after I graduate from Liberty. So yeah, those are my three boundaries that I am going to be implementing into my life from now on because of this course.